On this edition of Street Kung Fu, we're going to teach you a choke defense that's quick, easy, and straight to the point. Stick around. What's going on, YouTube fam? This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here, coming at you once again for Street Kung Fu with my assistant as always, Isaac Jones. And on today's edition, we're going to teach you a very quick, very simple choke defense technique. We've worked on a choke defense technique before. We're going to give you a little bit of a different one. This one's going to give you a little more variety in your arsenal, all right? So it's going to be nice and simple. All right, he's going to grab, all right, and we're going to go right up the middle, all right? So this is this quick, easy, to the point. We're going to go right up the middle, push up on his chin. But at the same time, our free hand, which will be our left hand in this one, all right, is going to come and slap his left, or should I say his right hand on my left side down as I push up, all right? Now, right now I'm doing this without shifting position or anything. I'm just practicing it nice and slow, going up, here, here. All right, if I switch hands, do the same thing, pull this down, bring it close to my chest. Do it with, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, this is called a monkey grip. In Wing Chun, we call this lapsao. We pull it in like this. We push it straight up, okay? So again, 1, 2. And that's before we shift position, okay? Now, when we do this properly, we're gonna shift to whatever direction we're pulling with and pushing with, okay? And then hit nice and hard. So now you practice that nice and slow. You go up, push up, hold on to the wrist, all right? So to give it a little bit of an added ferocity, we're going to step through, come in, push down, all right? And that, you'll slam them down, all right? So we're gonna come in, 1, 2, 3, all right? Do it from the other side. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, all right? And from this side, we're gonna do it nice and slow so I don't slam them down hard this time. So, all right, so you're gonna come up with the hand, or in this case, on this angle, we're gonna do it this side. 1, hook, 2, slip in and push down on the angle you're turning. All right? Again, on this side, he's gonna grab, I'm gonna come up, pull back, push up, slip my foot in, pull back, turn and pull down. All right? So now, as I'm doing that, I'm not just pushing straight back, okay? I'm actually turning him, all right, in like a half circle style turn. So for instance, when he's here, I'm actually turning his jaw that way. Or, you know, if I'm holding with this side, this way, all right? So left hand, you're going counterclockwise, right hand on his wrist, clockwise, all right? So that way when I'm turning him, all right, he's on an axis that's turning. So when I put my foot either beside or behind it, when I turn it, he's gonna fall straight down. So for instance, so you can see my legs a little better, all right? When I do this, I'm going all at once, right? I don't need to go all the way behind his leg. That's a bonus if I do it though, all right? That way I can slam even harder. All right, but I don't need to go all the way over. I can just get right beside, and when I turn, he's gonna go right over anyway, okay? So basically, I'm gonna get butted up, side to side, foot to foot. So when I turn him, even like this, hold on to my shoulders so you don't fall hard, please. All right, even like this, with my leg butted up against him, when I turn it and pull it towards myself, as you can see, he's going down, all right? If I push away from me, he's just gonna lean, all right? So watch again, hold my shoulder so you don't fall hard. So if I push away, he's just gonna lean. See, this is the extent of my arm, all right? I can turn my hip all I want. It's not gonna do anything. But if I do that turn and I pull it towards my other shoulder, right? As I'm turning it, I'm pulling it this way, all right? So it's kind of like I'm chopping downward with my hand, but I have his jaw in my palm at the same time, all right? So again, hold on, So again, butt it up side by side, nothing special. Butt it up side by side, put my hand right on his jaw, and I turn his head using his jaw, and I bring it to my left shoulder when I'm using my right hand, my right shoulder when I'm using my left hand. So when I bring it towards me, that's what happens. There's nothing he can do. Wherever you turn the chin, the head goes. Wherever the head goes and turns the neck, the shoulders start turning, then it turns the hip, so on and so forth. All right, so when you do this and somebody's got your neck, you're in dire need of speed, accuracy. You know what I mean? Because if you just go with nothing but speed with no accuracy, you're going to miss his face. You know, you might get the hand, you're going to miss his face, but then he's going to choke harder. You know what I mean? So you want to get in and you want to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? Again, hold nice and hard. The harder he holds, the worse it is. Now, with that said, all right, you have to train it like you're in real danger. All right? At first, you practice it nice and slow, just like we just showed, okay? So he holds on, you know, 1, that's step 1. Okay? Step 2, you start working the leg, all right? You don't have to throw him just yet. You start working the leg. Step 3, you start taking them down nice and soft, twisting the chin. Okay? Step 4, give it a little more force. I recommend, obviously, either doing it on mats, like we have here. Okay, these are 2-inch mats. As you can see to my left, we have an air floor. Okay, that's a nice, safe place to do it. Crash mats, so on and so forth. If you don't have any of that stuff, I recommend, I'm originally from New York, the Bronx. You know, when I was a kid, we used to find old used mattresses. If you find that in the yard, go ahead, by all means, use it. I would recommend covering it with a tarp. Or, buy yourself a little crash mat on, eBay or Amazon, okay? All you need is about 4 inches of soft cushion, all right? Or, if you can't afford any of that, find your way to a beach somewhere. Use the sand, all right? Now, the realism part. If someone's trying to choke you, they're not going to be nice, okay? When you're practicing and you're holding it nice and soft, you're taking care of your partner. But in reality, somebody trying to kill you, are they going to be the ones grabbing your neck? Or somebody trying to put so much fear in your heart that you submit to whatever they want, but they've got their hands around your neck. In my eyes, you put your hands on me, period, you're trying to hurt me so severe that I'm not going to walk away from it. Ergo, you might be trying to kill me. So instinctually, I'm going to feel like you're trying to kill me, so I'm going to defend myself like my life is in 100% danger of not existing anymore. Okay? So with that said, when somebody is really trying to choke you, they're not going like this. They're not doing, all right, do your technique, okay? They are literally, you're going to be like, man, come here. And they're going to grab you, they're going to choke, they're going to basically shake the hell out of you for dear life, okay? So I recommend once you get any choke defense technique down in practice, get some realism put into it, okay? Have your partner, you're still going to be in a safe environment. They're not going to try to kill you, but have them actually put that choke on you with aggression, with that, get over here, come here, man, all of that stuff. Like, really act out the part. Put that, at least that little bit of fear into you when it's happening so you can react properly, okay? Please take all the precautions, elbow gear if you want to put elbow gear on, knee pads, a back brace, a cup especially, a mouth guard, even a helmet with a face shield on it, or in some cases, depending on how hard you want to hit, a motorcycle helmet maybe. Okay, so just so you can protect yourself if you want to do it realistically, also a chest protector. You know what I mean? That way you and your partner, when you're taking turns doing this, could actually throw some actual good hits and not worry about hurting each other. Okay? Because without that added realism, after you get it, I mean, then you're still painting by numbers. And when your life is on the line, self-defense is not paint by numbers. You know, it's chaotic, it's unruly, it's really jarring, even for a professional. You know what I mean? Somebody who's been training in martial arts for years, like myself, when you get into a self-defense situation, it's still a very nerve-wracking situation. I mean, your life is on the line. You know, it doesn't matter how long you've done it, where you've been, what you've done in your life. It's still going to throw you off the moment it starts happening, because two things happen. One, you're going to be like, wow, this is really happening. And two, you're either going to panic and catch flight, or you're going to panic and fight. Either way, you're still going to have a little bit of panic. I don't care how much of a fighting professional you are. You could be a professional fighter in the ring, kickboxing, MMA, boxing, it doesn't matter. On the street, it's a different hype. All right, so keep that in mind. Practice it, practice it, practice it. And again, when somebody's, once you get to that certain point, start going, all right, and don't tell them you're coming. You know what I mean? So you're gonna stand there. You guys are gonna chit chat, and then you're gonna, hey man, come here, and you're gonna grab them, and you're gonna really go. Okay, and they have to do it. Let them do the full defense, whichever defense comes out. Practice the one at a time, whichever one you're doing. But make sure you're practicing it with that intent. You got to have that intent. It's always about martial intent. Martial means warlike study. So study it, hammer it out, practice it. It'll save your life at the end of the day. All right? So with that said, that was that nice, simple choke defense technique. Practice it nice and hard once you get it. Until then, take it step by step, one at a time. All right? One portion at a time. First you do it without shifting, then you do it with shifting, then you do it with the trip. Do the trip from the side, do the trip from the back. Progressively keep adding on until you make it yours. All right? So with that said, as always, I'm Sifu Jimmy Manfredy. This is Isaac Jones. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Hey, if you didn't like it, click the dislike button. Your opinion still matters either way. Let's get this dialogue going as always. Also, we're still doing the 50th subscriber, all the way to 1,000. Every 50th subscriber is going to get a free Street Kung Fu t-shirt. Every 100th subscriber is going to get a hoodie. So the next subscriber is going to get a t-shirt. The next 50th subscriber is going to get a t-shirt. So that'll be at 250. At 300, that person's going to get a hoodie. At 350, they're going to get a t-shirt. And then the one after that's going to get a hoodie. All right, so it's going to keep going like that until we get to 1,000. Once we get to 1,000, it's going to be an even bigger prize, which I'll let you guys know what that is when it comes. All right, so like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Practice hard, practice safe, and do it with all the diligence you have in you. All right.